Hi, fabulous Leo. This is your December 9th to 31st reading. This is where Jupiter has now transitioned into Capricorn. Now, that happened on the 2nd of December 2019, and it goes right up until 19th of December 2020. Now, it all affects our star signs in different ways. So this video is about how it will affect your star sign, and the topic, how it affects you during this transit, lucky transit, is about your daily life. So Leo, your daily life will probably change a lot, but in for the luckiest ways. Okay, so you might find some very big changes happening around here at the moment in you regarding your daily life. So it is a general reading, so please remember that. It's not going to resonate with everybody, but please take what you need and discard the rest. So we're having a look at that subject today. So it goes from December 9th to the 31st. And I'm going to be using a few different packs here. The first pack is the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. And the second pack is the Chinese Fortune Reading Cards by Sharina. And the third is the Blessed Bee pack by Lucy Cavendish. Just want to say a big thank you to everybody that has supported my channel. It is greatly appreciated as well. And I can't believe that we're near at the end of the year. This is quite incredible. So we're going to have a look how it impacts you, Leo, regarding your daily life. So let's get into it, and I'll just split the cards now. See, the overall energy here is the Queen of Cups. So when we're talking the Queen of Cups here, you might feel it's not necessarily emotional, but you might feel like you really, really want things to change emotionally in your daily life. And I do feel that when you're in this moment, when you're in this power, Leo, you're coming forward and you're going to say, hang on a minute, I want to be happier. I want to be able to sit there and make my daily life work for me, not me work for my daily life. That's what I'm getting from the Queen of Cups here. So there could be a really big indication that you want your daily life to change for the better, make things happier, see things more in a pleasant way rather than sitting there and having to, really push shit uphill when it does come to your daily life. Maybe you're not in a good position at this point in time. Not saying that everybody is, but it could be the fact of maybe you really want to enhance your way of living. Maybe you're actually looking at changing jobs too, but we are talking about daily life. So very interesting here. The Seven of Pentacles comes around and says, now the investment that you make is about to reap rewards. It can be to do with money. So we are talking about daily life here. So how you see what you've invested emotionally and, into your work life situation, into your daily life, things now could be coming to you rewardingly in different ways. So this could be an emotional reward coming to you, not necessarily monetary wise, but it could also mean monetary wise. But we're talking about rewards, how you've seen things, how things are going to change. Now the rewards are coming for you. Oh, well, jeepers, the Eight of Pentacles. So you've gone from the Seven of Pentacles right up to the Eight of Pentacles, which means that you are getting there. You could also be looking at maybe even going into study, changing something about your daily routine so that you could be coming into some money. So, like coming into your money here for the rewards, like we were talking about here. So now you've figured it out that you want to make your daily life a little bit more emotional. You might be looking into study. This also could mean hard work. You could have gone the hard slog here too with your daily life. And this is where you may have realized, yep, things have to change. Here's also the world coming around saying, now you could be traveling. So with this, if you look at your daily life here, the world card, your world could be changing in your daily life. Things are now you've come through that cycle. You are now changing things for the better. So you've looked at, daily life, you looked at your monetary situation, you want to be happier, things are changing. That cycle is now turning around. You could actually be physically going on a journey as well. So taking that into account. Now, it also can mean that you could be studying for something that could perhaps be helping you to perhaps even get a job overseas. I know these cards are an interesting concept when it does come around this, and it's all about the interpretation that we as readers, put into it here too, but what we're also hearing from spirit and passing the messages on here. So when we're talking about this, these are the hard yards that you've gone in. You're learning something new here in your daily life, but now it's a cycle that is completed. So this is really good. So now here, the 10 of Swords indicates it's the end of that hard slog. So you may have had a lot of mental stress coming along here, and having it up in your head, like from the Nine of Swords, where you're fully stressed out, you're worried. Now it's saying here's the end of that stuff, the end of the mental strain. So you may actually find that you're now going into a much calmer place where you can sit there and start to really move forward. Here with the World, you've completed that cycle. So that is an absolutely beautiful winner chicken dinner. So this is from December 9th to the 31st. So you could be changing completely how you do things in your daily life. You could be really learning new ways, and it could be learning new ways about money, how to make more money, bringing the rewards to you instead of having to chase it. It's now the end of the hard slog. So this is a really wonderful outlook for you. But to me, when I see this, Leo, it says here that something had to change. Something had to be more fulfilling for you. So you might be looking into creating something that will help you with your daily life. In other words, do some form of study, do some form of extra work, because I tell you what, the World's here saying the world is your oyster, because you know what, now it's the end of that strain, that heavy workload here that you've got here. And this is looking so good, so that you can now, it's all cleared up, and that you can now really move forward. We have got the yin and yang card here for you, indicating that there is balance, and you're going to achieve that balance. The work, the play in the daily life. This is now coming out and going, you know what, you finally achieved it. Where you've had to look at both sides. Something wasn't working, so you've now had to go and you've had to make that decision too. So taking that into account here, you've had to make that decision to get more balance. So if something wasn't working for you, you had to make a decision and go, well, hang on a minute, something's got to change here. So you've put in the hard yards, you're working, you're going to reap the rewards for it. So if you're thinking about going into study, this is a great time to do that. If you're thinking about traveling and going away somewhere here, this is a good time as well, because it could take you a distance. It could take you that long mile, okay? So this looks very, very successful in your daily life when we're talking about that. Okay, so you've got some balance finally here. So I'm going to look at the blessings that are coming for you, Leo, here during this period of the 9th to the 31st of December. So let's have a look here. What other message that needs to be brought forward for you regarding a blessing here? And this one says, a blessing on your sleep. So when you have a look at this, you may have been so worried and so anxious about how things are going to be changing in your daily life, your routine, that you've had a real lack of sleep. But this is saying now here, you can sleep easy. You can rest a lot easier now, knowing that it's the end of a crappy cycle. And you know what? Jupiter's going to bring this through, and it's going to say everything's going to come a lot more beautiful to you, because it's the end of that hard slog here. So the world really is your oyster. Things are really turning around because you've finished a cycle. You have finished that cycle where you've had to work really, really hard. And you know what? You've done it perhaps here even for little reward, and maybe you didn't see that reward. So now things are changing and you can rest easy because this is all new. So you knew that you had to change something here in your daily life. And this looks absolutely superb here too, saying that, you know what, it's going to come, a hell of a lot better for you, where it's just going to be so much more fulfilling for you. And I just flipped a card here as well too, here saying it's a Page of Cups. So you are actually going on that right path here, saying that you're going to, hear about some news which is going to be a lot more fulfilling to you emotionally. So you are doing it. You are getting on with it. And this looks good and set to change the absolute beautiful energy that's going on for you. End of the hard times. Now you can look forward to better times ahead for you. Enjoy the reading, Leo, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.